Awesome. Excellent connection. Hey everyone, my name is Gal Cohen. I'm a full-time real estate agent and investor. And what I like to do is run through the multifamily properties in NJMLS, specifically in North Jersey, to see which ones look like a good deal from a cap rate perspective. I run a quick and dirty analysis and look at rental comps and then determine. Now I did pull a number of listings I want to review. Let's take a look at them now. Okay, we're going to get started with a two-family property in Woodland Park. I like this property because it's 2 3-bedrooms, so larger units. Also, they already have tenants in place, which could be good or it could be bad, really depending on where the current rents they're receiving fall versus market rents. Before we get started, let's take a look at this property. Okay, it looks pretty good. Nice. I like that there's 2 attached garages. Okay, these are all the pictures we have, at least for now. So it did just hit the market today. So it could be that additional internal pictures are forthcoming, or sometimes for the privacy of the tenants, they don't allow pictures of the interior. But like I said, there are tenants in place. Let's take a look. Ooh, taxes are pretty high here. It says almost $16,000, $15,586 for taxes. That's pretty high. Yeah, the lot isn't that big, so I wonder why they have such high taxes. It's interesting. So I guess maybe because it's a bigger property with the units. All right, the first unit is a 3-bedroom. Okay, each of them probably has 2 baths, although they don't spell it out here. We can see there's 4 full baths total, and that unit has a kitchen, laundry, living room, dining room, primary bedroom, bedroom, and a pantry. And then the other unit is also a 3-bedroom. I'm going to guess 2 baths as well. Paying $2,700. Okay, and the lease expires. Interesting. The one that's actually higher expires at the end of this month, and then the one that's lower is next year. That's interesting. Okay. So there's 4 non-garage spaces and then 2 garage attached. We know this. Okay. Cooling central air. That's nice. That's a very nice feature that a lot of tenants look for when evaluating rentals, and usually can drive a premium. Oh, okay. So it was built in the 2020s. I can find out the exact date if interested. But interesting. This well-built, maintenance-free 2-family home is less than 3 years young. Home is built on 3 levels of beauty. Unit 1 features, whoops, where did we go? Here we go. Let's do that. Unit 1 features great room, ground level kitchen, large dining room. Okay. 3 bedrooms with a primary bedroom with a full bath. Unit 2, kitchen, large dining room, living room, 3 bedrooms, also including a primary bedroom with a full bath. Both units come with a garage, 2 total, stackable washer and dryer, new kitchens with quartz counter, hardwood floors, plenty of street parking conveniently located near all shopping, major highways, etc., etc. Okay, 18 miles from Manhattan. Very nice. Okay, additional interior photos to follow. Okay, very good. So let's see what it looks like at asking with the rents in place. Did they mention the utilities? See remarks. They did not spell out the utility situation. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt because it's a new construction. We can already, first of all, we can see the gas meters here. We can see the gas meters are separated, which is great. So at the very least, we know gas is separate. Probably gas and electric. Okay. Let's combine water. Let's just do $2,000 in utilities. And then obviously we can move that up and down depending on what we actually find out if and when we go see this property in person. Okay, so let's get started. This is Squirrelwood Road. What an adorable street name. 2 units. Now they're asking $950. That seems a little high to me. I don't know if land value really justifies, even on new construction and for a 2-family in Woodland Park. But let's run the numbers. Let's see if it makes sense from pure cash flow. It's potentially a turnkey operation. Okay, for rents we have $3,250 and $2,700. Okay, about $6,000. Other income we'll leave blank. But it's interesting that there's that's a pretty big delta. About over 10%, maybe 15% from the one unit to the other, 27 to 3250. That's interesting. I wonder if they had an issue trying to find tenants for the property, and more recently just wanted to rent it out, or potentially they had family in place, and then when they considered selling, maybe they listed it for rent. We can investigate further if this property makes sense for anybody. Okay, $15,586 for the taxes. Wow. Yeah, so almost $1,300 going right to taxes per month. That's a lot. So this is okay. All right. So in place, it looks like it's a 5 cap. Not really that good. I really think it's these property taxes are really killing you. If just for comparison's sake, if it was like $10,000, actually no, wouldn't make that big of a difference. Okay. I guess it's just the asking price is so high that it really doesn't make sense from a cap rate perspective. Although it's new construction, and obviously they can ask for a premium, depending on the location and the rents that they're actually getting, that's going to be capped. It's really not going to be that significant versus other towns where new construction can really drive that kind of price. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at rentals in Woodland Park and see what a 3-bedroom, 2-bath really goes for. And at least, interesting. There's really not that many. We'll do 2-family and apartments, and we'll do multifamily as well. Okay, so let's bump this up to 365 last year. What has been leased in the last year with 3 bedrooms, 2 baths? Only 3? Wow. Yeah, so this one's not as nice. I'm guessing. I mean, because it's definitely not new construction. It's not bad, but they got $3,900 for this? No, they got $3,600. Okay, $3,600. It's still below $3,225. So wow, it actually does seem like the units are below market. I'm gonna see first floor rental with finished ground level basement. Okay, so they gave the basement and the 1-car garage. Interesting. So that was the top of the market and rented not too long ago. Yeah, 2024, 3,300 and 3,000. So definitely the 2,700 is below market. And then also the 3,250 is below market, maybe just slightly. Or, it's in the middle. I think we can keep it. Interesting. But I don't know if it's going to make that big of a difference. Let's say that you're getting 3,250 for both of them. Yeah, it doesn't even break a 6 cap. From an investment perspective, this is probably a skip. Now, my usual caveat is if you really like the town, if you want to live in one of the units, if the rental is just going to subsidize a mortgage, it's definitely better than paying rent. However, from a pure cap rate, quick and dirty analysis, this one is probably a skip. Okay, awesome. Let's get to the next one. Okay, Fairlawn, 16-14 Kip Street in Fairlawn, New Jersey. Awesome. I actually went to high school in Fairlawn. I love the town. There's not too many two-family properties, actually. Ooh, and a detached three-car garage. Interesting. Let's see. Okay. So, wood floors. And you can already see that there's some damage on the wood floors. Unless it's really dusty. It looks like it's pretty well worn. Yeah. Okay, I don't see any water damage from the ceiling. Maybe, maybe not. So either this kitchen, the layout is very strange, or just the picture, whoever took the picture was kind of standing in the corner. Maybe there's another picture of the kitchen. Yeah, they were just standing right here. Which, why would you take a picture like that? It's the same kitchen, right? Let's see, do we see the stove? We do not. So I guess this might be, okay. Okay, so the kitchen is tiny. Then they have like a little dining area. The sink is there. Can you see the sink here? Yeah, this layout's very confusing. Eat-in kitchen, okay. The pictures aren't the best. It looks like it's in decent condition. It's definitely lived in. Okay, yeah, the bathrooms need some work. The kitchen needs some work. This is probably the other unit. This layout makes a lot more sense in my opinion. It could be just that there's a doorway to the basement in the first floor unit. That just kind of makes it a little funky. But potentially with moving one wall, you should be fine. Okay, this bathroom looks a little newer. Can't really tell. Just the vanity looks a little newer, and then the paint is a little more modern. Backyard, side of the house, and the front. Okay, so we have one unit that's not vacant and probably currently with the owners, and then the 2-bedroom is $1,500, which I know for a fact it's below market rent in Fairlawn. Nice. So lot size is 10,000, which is a good size lot. It's 100 by 100. That's excellent. Taxes are pretty low for Fairlawn, actually, believe it or not. 13,613. That's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Detached 3-car garage. Okay. Laundry's in basement. Basement's partially finished. We did not see any pictures of that. Utilities. They don't say anything about utilities. Okay, great. Okay. This 2-family home located in 10,000 square feet, lots of features. In the seller's unit, a closed in-front porch, spacious living room, dining room followed by eat-in kitchen, master bedroom, 2 additional bedroom, and a full bath on this floor. The basement is partially finished. There's a family room, full bath, laundry for both apartments, utility area, and storage area. The second floor features eat-in kitchen, living room, 2 bedrooms, full bath, storage area. There are 3 detached garages and plenty of parking close to schools, shopping, house of worship. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this is a good property. I can tell you right off the top. But let's run the numbers. I wonder if it's actually going to go for 650 or if it's going to go above, because it's a pretty big lot. But let's run the numbers. I'm just going to ignore this 1,500 right here. I know for a fact it's below market. We can, let's take a look at comps. But we can look at 3 beds and 2 beds. And then there's 3. Okay, so a 3-2 and a 2-1. Okay. All right. And we're looking for Fairlawn. Okay, yeah. So the cheapest 2-bedroom went for let's see, just under 2,000, 1925, and then the next up is 2150, and then let's see, a 3-1 was 29, 3-1 was 22850. Okay. So I think just to keep the numbers simple, probably 3,000 for the 2-1 plus basement, and then 2,500. 2,500. Yeah, let's do 25. So 3 and yeah, that's fine with me. 2 units. Listing price 650. And they didn't say anything about the utility breakup, which is unfortunate. I wish they would have told us. I'm definitely going to find out for this one. This is just, my interest has been piqued. Other income. So there's 3 garage spots, which is awesome. We can do 3 times, let's say 150. And what's great about that is that additional income just goes right down to the bottom line. Now, potentially you may have to make invest a little bit of money, especially with a detached garage, to make sure that the roof is okay. But other than that, there's really not that much maintenance on a year-to-year basis. It's really just like capital expenditure on the start, but another almost $500 right down to the bottom line if you can get 150 for each garage space. Okay, so property taxes, we said it was 13,613. Cool. Yeah, utilities, we're not sure about utilities. Let's put 2,500, I guess, as a placeholder. Okay, cool. So with property taxes, 13,000, excuse me. Insurance at about 2,000, repairs and maintenance about 2,000, and then utilities at about 2,500, which potentially could be more, potentially could be a little less. I'm getting almost an 8 cap. What am I missing? Yeah, this looks like a winner. Yeah, I knew it right from the top. Let me just look at comps. Let me see actually what 2 families in Fairlawn actually sell for. Because I remember seeing one with a client, and it was significantly more than 650. So this might just be a teaser price to try to get buyers. Let's see, sold, and we're going to do only 2 families. Only 5 in, okay, let's bump this to last year. Yeah, 12 in the last year. So the only other active one right now is selling for $995. Oh, I didn't know this was a 2-family. Yes, I've seen this property before. Great opportunity, location. Oh, okay, it's zoned. The zoning's a little weird for this one. Okay, because I guess it could be commercial or mixed use. That's a little different. But the cheapest 2-family, wow, there was one sold for $399. Interesting. Oh yeah, I did see this one. I saw this one in person. It was cash only. There was a problem tenant. That's a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, I went to see it, and it was not a good use of time, unfortunately. Okay, so actually, let's see what this 550 sold for. Yeah, sold for 550. 609. Sold for 670. Okay, which is close. It's close to our asking price here. Let's see the ones that are closest. What an interesting property. Yeah, this one sold for 650 as well. Okay. So hey, maybe it will go for 650. And if it does, this cap rate's super attractive. Fairlawn's a great town. Wonderful, wonderful schools. I went to high school there, like I mentioned. Yeah, and I think it's totally attainable to get 3,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and 2,500 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. We looked at the comps, and then the other income. How much of a difference does this make? Let's just see. Yeah, it's still going to be a 7 cap. It's still a 7 cap if without that. Yeah, it just bumps it up to almost an 8 cap. That's awesome. Very, very good. Anybody wants to go see this, drop me a line. Always on Instagram. I'm on the YouTube comments. Press like and subscribe for that algorithm, like they always say. But yeah, this is definitely a good one. I knew it as soon as I pulled it up. I'm going to be sending it to a couple of my investors. If you want to get on my investor distribution list, drop me your email. And yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. Fun. Let's go to the next one. All right. Here we have one two-family property in Belleville. Belleville is in Essex County. Let's take a look at this property. Okay, not too bad. It looks well taken care of. I like the fireplace. I wonder if there's asbestos in those tiles. Sometimes when you look at tiles like this, if it is tiles, it's just something to consider. Now, an inspector will definitely be able to tell you. You'll have to do a test to determine with 100% certainty, but a really good inspector should be able to just eyeball and let you know if they think there's asbestos in tiles or siding or something like that. Oh, I like this bathroom. Okay. It's like every room has a different paint color, which is nice. It's different. Personality. This is probably the other unit because the paint is a little more toned down. Yeah. I like this little entryway. I don't like where the couch is set, but that can obviously easily be moved. It's probably even a fire hazard, to be honest, because you can't really cross over. Maybe through there. You gotta squeeze through. Yeah, I wonder if this unit is vacant, because it doesn't look like it's really lived in. The bathroom looks like in pretty good condition. Ooh, okay. So what this is telling me right here, yeah, I believe we're in the second floor unit right now. You can see here that there's some exposed, some opening from the ceiling. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a roof issue. Now, maybe that was remediated. Maybe they, took care of it. They either patched the roof or ideally they put a new roof on top. But then they never took care of this issue. But what a good inspector will do is use a drone to take pictures, 50 high-def pictures of the roof in all the locations, and then can determine the current age, the approximate age, and then also how many years you have left. And then roofs can be very, very expensive, but it is an expense that you should not need to worry about after you get it done for 10 to 30 years. Okay, some issues on the walls here as well. Unfinished attic. Interesting. So I wonder if water actually came from the roof, or maybe came from somewhere else. Because if there's an attic on top of that kitchen, I'd be very concerned if water went all the way from the roof to the kitchen. It had to travel a lot. A nice little detached garage. Looks pretty clean. A lot. Tree-lined street. Very nice, very nice. Okay, I see. So potentially the roof here is the issue, the flat roof on top, and then that could be on top of the bedrooms, potentially. Very, very important to go see properties in person. I would never recommend, submitting an offer sight unseen. Okay, so they're asking $550 for it. Taxes are pretty low at $12,716. 1 2-bedroom, 1 3-bedroom. There's no information on the rents. So it did look like the one unit, the second floor apartment, is vacant, and I'm guessing potentially the owners may live on the first floor unit. Investor opportunity, 2-family home, Offers great potential with classic layout and solid bones. Each unit features 2 bedrooms, 1 full bath, a living room, formal dining room, and spacious kitchen, providing functional and familiar layout for future tenants or homeowners. Walk-up attic adds extra space for storage or possible expansion. While the home needs renovation, it's perfect canvas for investors or savvy buyers looking for customized and value add. Potential features include detached garage, driveway parking, and full basement. Sold strictly as is, bring your contractor and vision. Located close to schools, highways, transportation. Great opportunity to build equity in a desirable neighborhood. Okay, so let's see what the rental market looks like in Belleville, New Jersey. Okay, so we have only 2 full baths. 1 3-bedroom, 1 2-bedroom, and potentially the 3-bedroom you can actually probably, depending on how big the attic is, the walk-up attic, you can definitely finish it and then put at least another 1-bedroom. Depending on how really big it is, you might be able to squeeze 2 bedrooms in there, which is a plus. Then you'll have a 2-bedroom and a 5-bedroom. That could be pretty nice. All right, we have a Belleville with 2 bedrooms. For this quick and dirty analysis, we're not going to run that. After you see the property and then determine whether or not you can actually put 2 more bedrooms upstairs, then I would be a little bit more comfortable, looking at comps. But at this point, definitely not. Okay, I can already see that there's 35 matches. We're just doing active and leased. So Belleville has a very strong rental market. Having said that, let's see what the actual prices are. Okay, so the cheapest 2 beds, 1 bath is $1,700. We have to change. We got to do 2-family. We have to do apartments and multifamily, and then we don't want any houses or condos. It's just a bit of it's with condos and houses. So houses are obviously going to be much bigger, and then there's also a privacy premium that tenants would pay. For condos, co-ops, and townhouses, there may be additional amenities such as pools or playrooms or those kind of things that go above and beyond a standard multifamily residential property. So I always like to, whenever running my analysis, to take those out. They're not really good comps. If it's the only one, if it's the only comps that exist in town, absolutely look at them. However, you have to make a discount based on the amenities that these units may offer. Okay, so let's see. So guess we could probably do 2,000 for the 2-bedroom. Well, let's look at the condition of this one. Interesting. So it looks like it's in good condition, but it doesn't look like it's. Yeah, they got 2850. Interesting. So let's go to previous one. Right here. This one is still on the market right now. Asking 2,700. Yeah, so that's. I assume something like this would be top of the market. Just a newer kitchen, and I'm sure the bath is also similar. Yeah. It's great. Yeah, 3 beds, 1 bath. Okay. So that's 2,700. We can go. Let's go 1,900 for the 1-bedroom and 2,400 for the 2-bedroom. And their asking price was $550. Okay. They have a 1-car garage. Let's do $150 for that. And then property taxes, I believe, was 12,716. 12,716. Cool. Utilities. Did they say anything about utilities? Separate electric and separate gas. Okay, so owner just pays for water. Comfortable with 2,000 there. Yeah, not too bad. Cap rate of about 6%. Um, uh, Decent. Rental market is it's pretty active in Belleville, which is good and bad. There's just a lot of competition, so your rental would really have to stand out in order to drive, you know, to be at the top, at or near the top of the rental market. So always, you know, you have to make sure that the bathrooms and kitchens are on point. That's really what sells a house and what rents a unit. Making an investment in, you know, refreshing a kitchen, doing some nice tile work, ensuring that there's very nice stainless steel appliances in the kitchen, and then washer and dryer. That's whenever I talk to renters, that's one of the things that a lot of renters won't compromise on. They need a washer and dryer, ideally in the unit, but if not, it has to be on the premises, either in the basement or in some shared location. So those are some of the things to think about when you know, analyzing you know, rental units. Try to get into the head of a potential renter. Okay, yeah, but this looks like a decent deal. 6 cap at asking price. It's not too bad. Yeah. Okay. Cool. As always, if this property or any other property in the North Jersey market looks interesting to you, if you want to have a chat about it, you want to run some numbers, you want to do, you know, a one-on-one analysis, or you want to see it in person, always reach out to me. I'm always available, almost always available unless I have another appointment. But you know, excited to meet people who are like-minded and looking to you know, make investments in the North Jersey market. Okay. Cool. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Nice, East Rutherford, Veerland. Okay, we have a 2-family in East Rutherford. Very, very good town. And also, what's really nice about East Rutherford is it's the town that the American Dream Mall and the MetLife Stadium reside in. There's a lot of businesses there, which what that does is it drives taxes down. So taxes on this 2-family property. Although it's listed at $750, taxes are $8,000, which is very, very reasonable for Bergen County town, especially a nice town with a lot of restaurants and those kind of things. Okay, not too bad. Nice. I love this old woodwork. To an extent, I guess. Let's see. Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, you can tell that they finished. They recently refinished the wood floors. It makes such a difference. It really pops. Here, I wonder if they used to have carpet, because it looks like it's a little bit either that or they just didn't refinish it. No, maybe they did refinish it. I guess it just did have carpet or something. Doesn't look too bad though. Okay. I'm not a big fan of this this fake exposed brick. Maybe painting it or just removing it altogether would be what I would opt for. The layout of the kitchen is a bit funky also. Oh, this is just shelving. Interesting. I wonder why they opted for shelving instead of more kitchen cabinets. Maybe the clearance. Yeah, I bet this is the same kind of carpet that was on the first floor. Usually I'm not a big fan of carpet. However, in multifamily properties on the 2nd and 3rd floor or 4th floor, carpet really does help with sound deadening. And that makes, you know, the first floor a little bit happier, and then it makes better neighbors. So sound deadening, rugs, carpets, and, you know, especially wall-to-wall, you know, carpets like this. It does make a big difference, and these look like in pretty good condition. They were well taken care of. Wow, is this a bedroom? This looks very small. Yeah, 2nd floor bedroom too. Huh. Looks tiny. Bedroom 3. Okay, I guess there's a lot of bedrooms. 2nd floor den or possible other bedroom. This looks bigger than the other one. 2nd floor porch, kitchen. Is that a rug? Okay. This is the newest bathroom. It looks so great. Well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the color, but it just looks like it's very recently renovated. Nice. Oh, great. One of these things. Living room, bedroom, bedroom. I wonder if this hallway is actually necessary. If you could just take this wall down and then just reconfigure the kitchen, because the current way it's set up, it's really not ideal. There's really not enough kitchen cabinets or counter space, and then I guess the fridge goes here. Is there even a fridge right now? Yeah, I feel like the kitchen really needs to be reworked. Other than that, kitchens and bathrooms, the bedrooms look in pretty good condition. It shouldn't be too costly to turn this property into a very nice rental unit, a rental property. Cool. Okay. Well, let's see how the numbers. Oh, and it's fully vacant. That's excellent. Okay. So separate electric, separate gas, and separate heat. Very, very good. Don't miss this rare opportunity to own a beautiful and spacious two-family home in the highly desirable town of East Rutherford. Whether you're looking for an investment property with great rental potential or a perfect home for living, this gem checks all the boxes. 2 fully independent units with separate gas and electric, full walk-up, unfinished attic, off second floor, full basement with half bath and stairs to the rear yard. Newer windows, newer roof, beautiful wrap around porch, off-street parking with drive-in garage, prime location, close to major highways and transit. Okay, great. Yeah, let's see. Oh, whoops. 2. And they're asking 750. Property taxes were only 8,000. Right, what was it? 8,050. Great. And then utilities, we'll do 2,000 just for. Is it water and heat or just water? Yeah, just water. Yeah, we can do 2,000 for that. Okay, let's look at some rents. We have, all right, first floor is a 2-bedroom currently with the basement with another half bath. And then the third is a 3 with a 1. Okay. This is close enough. Wow, 30 matches. It's pretty good rental market. Okay, so let's see. The cheapest 2 beds, 1 bath was 2 family, 2,000. And then you know what? Let me add one with a half bath. Let's just see how that changes things. Because you do have the basement. Yeah, 2,100, 2,200. See if there's a 211. Yeah, 211, 2,800. Let's see. Oh, this looks nice. It's very it's reminding me it's like very European style. Oh, I see. Maybe it's partially commercial. Yeah, there's businesses on the bottom. Yeah, that's business. Okay. Oh yeah, and you got 2 floors. Very nice. It's beautiful. But that's a 211. 28. Okay, so let's say 2,500 for the 2 beds, and then. Let's do 24 and 28. Potentially more. I want to be conservative here. Just the layout of the 3-bedroom, it doesn't look like it's the best. And then there's one of the bedrooms that they called a bedroom looked really, really small, at least from the pictures. Always really good to, running these numbers are important, but you have to go see the units in person. Try to get a feel for it. Walk around both, first put on your investor hat and then, try to analyze the cost of ownership and the cost to make it, really nice unit to rent. But then also try to take that off and ask yourself if you would live there, what you like about the property, what you don't like about the property, if the bedrooms are comfortable, if it makes sense. That really goes a long way. You really need a good gut feel for it. So at 5,200 total, this is a little bit above a 6 cap. Okay, mid 6. Is there there's one garage. Yeah, one detached garage. Okay, we can call that one another 150. Yeah, 6.69%. Not that bad of a cap rate. It's a really good town. It's been appreciating like crazy over the last couple of years. I live in East Rutherford. I really like it. It's another really good property. Low taxes. There's always a very good plus. If you want to see this property or any others, always reach out to me. Shoot me a message. Let's let's see. Let's make some moves in the North Jersey real estate market. Okay. All right. Awesome. We have one more. Okay. Let's see what we're working with here. We've got a 2-family property just listed today in Hawthorne, New Jersey. They're asking $769,500, and it's 2 bedrooms. Okay, taxes are 13, not too bad, and Hawthorne is in Passaic. Let's see. I might have to reload this page. Take the pictures. Yeah. Oh, nice. Nice porch. I guess a enclosed porch or a Florida room, as they're known sometimes. Very nice. I love the detail on the ceilings. Okay. So the kitchen cabinets are older, and then it looks like they have Formica. It doesn't look like they have stone countertops. I might be wrong, but it doesn't look like it's stone. Although the dishwasher is small, they look like in really good condition. The other appliances, nice stainless steel. For this kitchen, I think what I would recommend is just doing a refresh. Don't change the kitchen cabinets. Just paint them, change the hardware, and then put new stone counters on top, and then a nice backsplash. The floors look like they're in pretty good condition, and then the cabinets, they look fine. They just look a little dated. So a little bit of paint can go a long way in this property. Very nice, yeah. This has obviously been taken care of. Very nice. Interesting. So they started tile work here. This is very modern tile, but they didn't just continue. Yeah, same situation here. Although I'm not a big fan of how this is broken up. I wonder if this is a space for washer and dryer. Let's see if like a stackable washer and dryer goes in there. Yeah, this bathroom is beautiful. Fully renovated, very nice. Modern vanity. Nice. So the basement, a lot of closets. I wonder if one of these has the utilities. If one of them is the utility room. Oh, nice 2-car garage. Let's look at the street. Very nice. Tree line street. Doesn't look like it's too busy. I don't see any businesses. Awesome. Options. First time in the market in 25 years. Charming. Rough garden duplex. Sits on one of the best streets. Perfect for first time buyers or investors. Recent upgrades include new electric, wiring, appliances, renovated bath, and refinished wood floors. Keep it as a duplex or convert to single family, commuter friendly, easy access NJ Transit. Okay. First floor offers 2 beds, 1 bath, a bonus room, wood burning fireplace, and a finished basement with a half bath, laundry, outdoor access. Second floor is a 2 bed. Layout currently with 1 bed with a large living room. Walk up attic can be finished. 2-car garage, long driveway, new boiler and roof, a true gem. Okay, so it looks like it's more or less turnkey, fully vacant, not too bad. Let's see what kind of rents you can get today in Hawthorne for a 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Actually, wasn't there a bath in the basement? Oh, just a half bath. Okay, so got it. So it's Hawthorne. We're gonna do 22110. Okay. See how many units we're talking about. Okay, 15, not too bad. Okay, the cheapest one, 2-bedroom, 1 bath, was going for 2,000, and then the most expensive was about 3,000. Let's see the top of the market. Yeah, full. This is a brand new kitchen, and it looks like it's a great layout. This is probably new construction. Oh wow, and a built-in fireplace. Nice. Look at the ceiling. I like it. Very nice. Washer and dryer stacked. And then this is the hot water. Cool. This looks like it's commercial. What about this one? $26.50. Yeah, again, brand new. This is interesting. I wonder why this whole thing is here. Looks like a Tetris piece. Maybe we'll see. Why? No. Big units. Oversized kitchen. Okay. So maybe 2,500. We'll do 22 and 25. 2 units, and they were asking how much again? Remind me. 769.5. All right. And then they have one. Is it 1 garage or 2 garages? 2 detached garages. Nice. So we'll do 125 times 2. Property taxes, we said it was 13 and $4. Okay, and then utilities. And I like that they already did a lot of the major renovations. There's still some things I would do in order to maximize the rental market, cash flow. But electric, boilers, roof, all these things that were completed, that's going a long way. It's really, really nice. But utilities, they don't mention utilities. Okay, let's do 2,500. So unfortunately, with 2,500 in utilities, it's approximate. It's an approximate 5 cap. Doesn't look like the best investment property. I think the rental market's not that strong in Hawthorne. However, it looks like a really good property. If you like the town, if you live in the town, if you want to expand that way, it'll make it very easy to manage. But yeah, looks like a pretty good property. If you have any questions about this property or any other properties in the North New Jersey market, feel free to reach out to me. You can find me in the YouTube comment section or on Instagram or LinkedIn. That's usually where I spend most of my time digitally. Let's do a quick summary. Essentially, I really liked this property in Fairlawn. The one that's just listed today at $650. I think easy to get 3,000 and 2,500 from the 2 units, even with 2,500 in utilities, and then $2,000 in rent. $2,000 in repairs and maintenance, and then $2,000 for insurance. It looks like an 8 cap. Yeah, this is the one I'm probably going to go check out. Yeah, all right. This has been a blast. Thanks anybody for joining us, for watching this later. My name is Gal Cohen. I'm a full-time investor and a real estate agent specializing in the North Jersey multifamily property market. Always open to connecting with like-minded individuals. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.